Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. Today it's just Scrap Squad Sunday. I'm not combining it with anything. I'm using Paige Evans, Garden Shoppe, and maybe some Splendid, and maybe something else. Anyway, things from my Paige Evans stash. And this is the original. There's a checkered plaid kind of background paper, white foreground paper. It looks like a wide strip of an orange paper and then a wide strip of a multicolor paper. And I can simulate that. There's a photo here. There's a big cluster kind of right in the upper right-hand corner of the photo. There's a bunch of stuff right here, but I'm going to have a fairly big tag there, so that I may not do that. I don't have those supplies in my stash anyway. And then there's some stuff going on down at the bottom. But it's for all that's going on, that white paper in the background just really anchors everything. There's some tags in line above the orange strip, and I had a couple extra tags I cut from the tag paper in that collection, and I'm going to put it down here to make up for the fact that I don't have a gigantic title like that. I have gathered some supplies here. Like I said, I have this tag that's going to go on its side next to the photo, and then these that'll go up above, and then there are two that'll go at the bottom. I've got twine through a hole in one. I didn't punch holes in the other. I have a Bramble Fox title and some hearts that are from the February Fox box, one of the packages that you get in the February Fox box. I'm going to put that off to the side so that I don't lose it. And I couldn't decide which photo. I took a plain photo of Katie and a regular photo that was gorgeous that James had already put on Facebook. And I ran it through a bunch of filters, maybe 20. And I loved these two because of how gorgeous and blue her eyes look, and they really do look like that in person. So I couldn't decide which of these I wanted to go with, so I decided to go with both. And I'm going to superimpose this one. I printed it smaller, and I'm going to put some black ink on the bottom of it. I'm just doing this across the ink pad so that it looks like this black border that I have put on the photo, and then I'm going to lay it right there so it looks like it's kind of blended in. I have no idea whether this is a good design principle or not. It's kind of, I don't know, weird, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I've selected a plaid background paper that's a couple different shades of green. I'm going to, I turn that page upside down as if there's any difference on the front side or the top side. So let me see if I can get it placed on here evenly. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to say that's good. And then this paper will go, let's see, does that pretty much cut through the middle? Not really. Let's do it down a little south of center. And then I'm going to put this paper kind of under it right there so that we have an even, about 3/4 of an inch border showing. And then this one is gonna go here, just slightly tucked in. And I don't know how, I did not measure these orange pieces. I had been fussy cutting the flowers out of that, that paper. And so I just cut the widest strip I could between two flowers I had cut, and then a narrow strip, kind of the same way. So her photo dips down below the orange and has some stuff built up here. Let's do the tags before we start with the photos. I kind of want to get a picture of what the tags are going to look like. I cut the tags out, so they're going to be short. I plan to have a little bit of this border showing, but I don't really need this. I can die cut something out of that, so I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive, foam adhesive, up near the top of the tags so that they have a little dimension as they come up. Whoops, let me. And I think I have them in the order that I decided they would go. Let's see what we can do there. That looks pretty even. I just kind of wanted that bit to show. I think that's sticking up a little bit more than the original, but I had my reasons. And this one probably needs something cut off too. Again, pretty for die cutting at some point. And I want to put that one right even with that one. Now this next one is the one that has had the hole cut through it, and I've got twine in it. And I don't know yet what I'm going to do with the twine. I'm going to wait until all the other embellishments are in, but it's going to go at the same level. And it was cut shorter to begin with, but I still need some off the bottom of it. Okay. And I think that's good. And then we have this orange one, and I know for sure that's going to need something cut. I'm going to go ahead right now and make a tab out of this piece. When I get scraps like this, I round the corners and they automatically become tabs. And or even if I punch a hole in the middle, they could even become tags. And that way I don't waste anything, and I get bits, shapes that match the collection if I'm working in a single collection, or that are just a pretty color. For example, I'm not a huge fan of that pattern and those colors. Nothing against them. So I might not be as inclined to use this as a tab with any other collection than this one, and unless I just had something that was perfect for it. So let me get this even there, and I think that's exactly, see, those are exactly 3 inches wide, and so I should have been able to fit 4 of them on there, and I did. So now the photo can go here, and this tag is going to go out this way, and it's larger than the one in the original, and I may play with that one a bit, but this tells me that this is where I want this photo to go. And I'll do that right there so it doesn't stick out too much over on the other side. Let me get that on there. And I need to be sure that I have my adhesive in such a way that I can kind of slide that tag underneath. I'm going to go down like that, I think. There. And that's gonna slide in and out however I want it. And then I'm gonna do this so it really blends in with that. There we go. And now let's get some embellishments. Let's do these tags. I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna have them come down and cross that line, or at least that yellow one. I'm gonna make this one a little bit shorter and have it kind of off to the side like that, ending on the white. So let me get some adhesive. On there and on here. And I'll put this one in first, since the yellow one is gonna overlap it. I want it on a different level. I don't want it even with any of those others. Okay, and now go here, and then overlapping down here, which they did not do up above. All right, now, what I'm embellishing with, what I've given myself, there's this kind of foam stickers, they're thickers expressions, and I like the this one that says follow your dreams, and this says do what you love. I may use some of those things. I'm going to pick some large and some small things out of this chipboard, but one thing I want to try right off is this big chipboard wreath. I want to see if I can use it to anchor something right up in here. And if I want the whole wreath or if I want to cut it, let that be the anchor for the big cluster that's going to go there. I'm thinking that, let's see, if I cut some off, I could cut off here and here and tuck that under this white layer. So it was the yellow and the pink I'm going to cut off. I'm going to try to cut around this leaf so that if it showed, it wouldn't be too bad. If I did that, I'm still going to tuck it under here. I'll do that. And I have this bit that I can probably clean up and use for something else, but I'm not going to use it on this page. So let me get a little glue on this. I actually could do it that way where it's under the white. No, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it the sensible way. Okay, now that I have that where I think I'm going to use it, I'll press it down. And I want this title right here, I think, maybe. We'll see. I want to use a couple tabs. Maybe I'll use this one right there. Maybe I'll step down a bit and tuck this one in a little deeper and have it be right there, and then do a big flower right there. I think that's good. I've also got this, which brings in the green of the frame. And I suppose I could layer it too. That's maybe a little bit much. So I think what I'm going to do is use this one because I really like it. Okay, and that's kind of propped it up a bit. And this one will get a little bit of foam as well. Let's see. It's gonna bother me that there's so much white space showing there, whereas this is kind of covered up. But the other one was like that too. There was a lot of stuff going on over here. And I'm gonna have this, the reason I haven't glued that down is I'm not sure where I want it yet. So let me do this one down there that way. Okay, so that's good. I could use this one down here, but I think I'll just save it for another project. Put that off to the side. Now, I am gonna use a floral cluster here and let it kind of start building up into there. And I'll show you what I have. I have fussy cut this cluster. You know what? These flowers are so different from those that I'm wondering, and I know I'm the queen of there's all kind of flowers in your yard, and I can do that. And then I need to find a phrase strip, one of those phrase strips that I liked. back in here. And there's the do what you love and the, oh, follow your dreams could maybe work right over in here. And that could give this some interest. Okay, now I'm gonna just kind of loosely put that in there, and I don't like that either. I'm just going to kind of how about if I put this cluster down here, kind of wrapping around this end of the photo, and I'm just gonna kind of put a little adhesive where it touches the photo. And I'll use these right here and put them on foam. Let me see if I can get some of this really thick foam for them. I'll put that right there. And this will go right there. And now I'm going to take the, let's see, that says follow your dreams, and what was the other one? The other one says do what you love. And I could actually put that one on this tag, but then I'd cover some of those flowers. So I think what I'll do is put it right here. Oh, come on. I'm getting texts. Text, let me see if there's anything critical. Okay, nothing critical. Nothing critical, there never is. Okay, so I kind of like that. I want, let me start putting, you know what? I'm thinking I don't want this tag. Let me look. I have this one. And it brings in the craft that you're seeing there. And I kind of like that. And then if I have that and it doesn't have a floral pattern, I can run the title over it and up onto the, this is on foam, so I'm going to put this on foam. A little bit of foam here. So that the title is on the same level. Okay, there. And I'm not going to cross the line. I'll have it up, and this will work. Okay, that is going to work, and I think that's beautiful. That's probably because I think KatieBug is beautiful. And authentic couldn't be a better word to describe her. She is exactly what you see is what you get with her. She's beautiful, but not full of herself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. She's just an amazing human being. She's generous and just socially conscious and all of those good things. I'm going to put this little flower here to kind of extend that cluster. I'm kind of trying to decide where it should go, maybe right there. And I'm just gonna glue it flat since the others are raised up. It's kind of a coral pink that's a different pink from these, and I think that color's needed. This one can go maybe right there, and I know I've just covered up this red flower, so maybe we want to see if it looks good like that, or it's kind of running into some glue, but I can fix that. Let's see if I can tuck it under there. I'm not liking it there, but maybe, how about right there? And with a little bit of foam on that one petal so that it okay. And it seems like I need something else there, but how about this little ladybug? Where does it want to go? This is a KatieBug page, so we need a ladybug. We could do it right there. And that just looks like a nice, another flower, yellow flower in that cluster. I'm going to add some small bits. I had thought I would use one of these, and I love the one that says lovely. And this yellow would kind of balance out that. And I could make it part of that cluster, and then I can probably find something small to go there, like, for example, a pink heart, a bramble fox heart, and it can cross over onto the photo. I've got this little heart that I can just lay over that pretty background on the photo. And I've got this one, and I know I said I was going to wait and do the small bits. I'm going to put this one right here. And there's a white one that I can put right there. And I have another little ladybug. It's a little wooden one that I'll put right over here next to your story, because the ladybug is kind of part of that. So that goes there. Okay, now we're going to go to the small ones that are on the chipboard sheet. I'm going to pull that off the table, and we'll go hunting for. There are some little colored bits like this that match the color scheme in the collection. And I'm going to do groupings of 3 different, hopefully I can find 3 that are different in the scale of the print and style of flower. Let's see, what else do we want? Maybe this big orange one. Here's a big blue one that's very different from those 2. There we go. And then I'm going to do a similar grouping up in here. I'll take this big purplish one and put it right there. I will take a small blue flower and put it up here on the orange tag. And then I'm going to take this little fuchsia kind of mandala looking thing and put it right here. Now, I have a few word strips. This one says happiness, and I thought maybe I could, let's do it somewhere. How about right here on the purple tag? I have to get, since there's a grid on the tag, I have to get it straight. There's this little thing that says one of a kind that might look good, might have looked good there. Let's do that there, and we'll find another place for the happiness to go. Happiness can go anywhere, right? Let's do that. And how about we do happiness down here under the photo and on a contrasting background like that yellow tag. Okay. And I just can't resist adding, there's a bird and this little gold heart. And I can't resist adding the gold heart. And I'll put it over here on the hole in the tag. There we go. And the bird is going to go over here in the follow your dreams. I've completely gone crazy with the design. It's not at all what the it doesn't have the design flow of the original. There's another gold heart here, and I'm going to take it out, and you know why. This one may be easier to reach because I need overlapping hearts, and this one kind of looks lonely over here. And I'll overlap like hearts there. Okay, I think I'm done. I love the colors, but that's a given with a Paige Evans collection. I love the papers. That's also a given with a Paige Evans collection. And I love the photo, and I love that girl. Okay, so what are we going to do about this? This is the unresolved mess here. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of loosely tie it. Let me see if I can work better with it without reaching over it. I'm not going to tie it like that. Let's make sure we've doubled it, and I'm going to just tie it in a bow, but with the doubled twine. We'll see if that, and I'm going to have trouble getting it in there, and I probably should do this off camera, but I kind of want to prove to myself that I can do it. I'm not the best at tying bows. I have very fat fingers, and let's face it, I wasn't good at it in second grade either. So I'm just gonna kind of bunch it up like this and kind of pry the bits apart and kind of secure it with a glob of glue underneath in that hole. Okay, and that, because it's kind of tone on tone, color matched there, it seems to work okay. I'm going to cover this up. I can't find the original one, but luckily I have my okay, thank you for watching. I know this was a bit of a process, but I will see you next Sunday for another Scrap Squad Sunday. And in the meantime, I'll be finishing my daily February load pages, and then Calvin Ball starts. And I won't be videoing those every day. I'll video a few, and I'll do my regular series, but I'll be publishing those on Instagram and Facebook. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another load page, and next Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. Bye.